that Rodney built. Leahy turned into legacy. Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Missouri Tigers taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Notre Dame's offense will get first crack at it today. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Young. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans. They have guys that can change the course of games. And that's why coming into this season, they were given that top 5 ranking. But on the field, in games, they simply, for whatever reason, have not been able to get it done. And the lack of execution, to me, is a huge reason why they've fallen out of the top 25.
Yeah, they haven't handled the pressure. I mean, that's just the easiest way to say it. Because you just mentioned playmakers. They got them. They got guys that know how to play this game. That's why they were ranked in the top 5. They've got to get something going, and it has to start today.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. His head is spinning. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers offense will get the ball for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
With the catch, it's Madison. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. You know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defensive line.
Finds his target down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Scrambling away. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They've got the screen set up. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the air on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Terry. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Off play action. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Clausen. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Got a man. It's Lawson. There he goes. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big...
The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 11 over Auburn. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Using his legs, it's Isaac. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Trying play action. Makes the grab. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes his shot. Working that left side. It's a seam wide open. Takes it across the 20, inside the red zone, and they'll mark him out at the 19-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Missouri comes to the line with another first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Isaac. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, there's something to be said for knowing on offense when the play is over. That guy didn't know that. That's a huge loss, and now they're right back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hatch. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Finds a man by himself. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step. And if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Rides the back and leaves it.
You got to have that defense you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He's looking to pass. Dances away. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket.
I gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Madison. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. Clark to fire. Looking down the middle. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Fires to the wideout. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Back to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't. Time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Clark wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half, get momentum, and start feeling confident about themselves.
Shoots it to the left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Clark to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Roberts. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the catch. It's Madison. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Madison. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting there, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Unleashes to the end zone. Got him downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Right on the money. Touchdown, Tigers. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And that touchdown was massive for the offense. Gives them confidence heading into halftime. But remember, they're going to be receiving first in the 3rd quarter, so they get an opportunity to cut even further into this lead. That was a huge play.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of touchdown Jesus.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Clark wants to throw. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Memphis has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up by 18 over Auburn. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They go to the ground. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Going with the ground game left. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks on the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Clark to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He tries to take the top off. And it won't make the connection, going for the big play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw again. Spits it out to the back. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. On target over the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Give to the back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Madison. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
Hoping to move the chains, Missouri comes to the line on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On target to the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Here come the Irish back on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Out of the gun, the inside give. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Fast completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Lawson. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll run it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quick completion on the out route. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. He is stopped well short of the 1st down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and I think he was about a step or so from breaking that one. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Clark wants to throw. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell into play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the tight end. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it, you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end.
42 Spider.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Made it harder on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 9. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking...
Touchdown, Notre Dame! Fitted in the window for the score. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Kane. Going downfield for the big play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They just keep firing. Release to the back. Makes the grab. It's Roberts.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Direct snap. Got room to work. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
Missouri comes to the line with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Steps away to find some room. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He throws back across his body and it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The give as they work on that clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Irish send out the punt unit. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's McClure. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Madison. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They've come out with answers on this possession and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Madison. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Snagged in the middle, it's McClure. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Looking to throw, it's Kane. Using his legs to buy some time. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. First down for this offense.
Here we go.
Motion from the wideout. Off play action on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Trying to take it back.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they take a knee on fourth down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this